So I'm just going to do a little example of how we might plan a story about an animal in the snow. So this looks like a little bit like your worksheet that I have given you, but this is just one I drew myself, but all of the headings are the same. Okay, so I'm actually going to start at the bottom of our page today. I'm going to start with my characters down here. Now, I'm using pen to fill in mine, but I know you'll be using pencil. It's just because pen is easier to see on the camera. So, what's a character? Can you remember who our characters were in our story, Foxes in the Snow? So the characters are the people in our story, so I'm going to pick an animal who lives in the snow. I have been looking outside my kitchen window today and I keep seeing a robin in the garden. And I often associate robins with snow as well because they're often out in the snow. So I'm going to pick a robin and I am going to call him Robbie Robin. So that is my character. He is going to be my main character. So Robbie Robin. And because it is his name, he gets a capital letter. Then I'm going to decide that he is a young robin, so he might need a map in the nest. So I'm going to say Mammy Robin. Okay, my setting. So what is my setting? It is where the story takes place. So Robbie Robin and Mammy Robin would live in a nest. So I'm going to say nest. And it's also a snowy story, so I'm going to say in a snowy wood, or it could be in a snowy garden or something like that. Okay, now my problem and my solution. So, a problem and a solution. Every character in most stories faces a problem at some point. So in our Foxes in the Snow story, the problem was that they got lost. So then the solution for the end of the story is that they made it home again. Okay, so Robbie Robin is a young robin, so his problem is going to be that he can't fly yet. So if my problem is that he can't fly yet because he's very small, what do you think the solution would be? That he flies. Okay, so he can't fly yet, so by the end he flies. Okay, so now I'm going to decide, I have my characters, my setting, and my problem and solution. So now I'm going to go back up here and talk about my beginning, middle, and end. So in the beginning of the story, I have already decided that Robbie Robin can't fly yet. So Robbie is in the nest. So he's in the nest, and if he can't fly and he's up quite high, I think he might feel a little scared. So I'm going to say he is scared. Because we know that he can't fly yet, because he's very small. In the middle of my story then, what do you think could happen? Maybe Mammy Robin is giving him lessons. So Mammy gives Robbie a flying lesson. So then, by the end of my story, we have to get to our solution. So our solution will be that he flies. So Robbie flies on his own. Now, I know I'm writing lots of words on this sheet, but you might be just writing one word or drawing a picture. I'm just showing you how I would plan out my story. Now, finally, when I have all of this done, I have to decide a name for my story at the top. So I'm going to call my story Flying Solo, because Robbie is learning to fly all on his own. So I have my characters, my setting, my problem and solution, and then I've done my beginning, middle and end. So when I go and write my story then, flying solo, I'm going to have my planning sheet, so this sheet, just next to me so I know what my plan is. And as I said, you don't need to write this much on your sheet. It could just be a word for each one or a picture so you know what you are going to do. So this is just our plan.